Hello, hello. Today we're talking about why I feel so passionately that bringing your laptop to the pool, to the beach, to the mountains is not work-life balance. I don't care if you think that freedom equals working from the pool, it doesn't. That is just something that online influencers has said, isn't it so cool to bring your laptop with you and be able to work from anywhere? No, that's not the kind of business that we build when you are a part of my world. In my world, we build legacy businesses where you literally can leave the laptop at home and the business runs without you while you're at the pool, at the beach, in the mountains, living your one life. And that's what we're talking about today. So, hey there, I'm Saylin, and I am your fun business coach. And in just 90 days, I help six-figure women entrepreneurs integrate the four core pillars that every single successful business has, from Amazon, Apple, Airbnb, my business, and your business will have them into their business so that their business has the infrastructure behind the scenes for you to scale to 1 million and beyond. And here's why I'm so passionate about this. There are two phases in business: grow and scale. And unfortunately, 98% of women entrepreneurs get stuck in the grow phase, never achieving $1 million in business. And I think that's crap. We need to get more women to the $1 million revenue level, and here's why. If you read my blog article a couple weeks ago, or if you're on my newsletter, you saw the statistics of what a six-figure business puts in your pocket. And unfortunately, it's not going to most likely allow you to live the epic dream lifestyle that you want, right? Because you have overhead. And so if you're someone that's like, yes, I have a business and I want to scale to $1 million, you are in the right room, because that is exactly what I help women do. And when I had my first business, I did not realize I achieved $1 million in the first 3 years, but I didn't understand that it was such a huge accomplishment. And that was because when I hit that number, I was so completely burnt out. I was actually sitting in my car on a weekday morning at 9 a.m. crying when I should have been celebrating, because once again, I had a staff member call out sick and I had just covered their shift. And now I needed to go work the rest of my day and do all of the things I want to do. And I don't want that for you. I want you to have a life and a successful business that supports it. And I turn things around, and exactly what I do is what I teach. So today we're talking about the planning system that totally changed the trajectory of my business. And so let me give you a little bit of backstory. So I started as an entrepreneur with a dream, sitting on my boyfriend's boat on a warm, sunny Sunday in August of 2006. And then fast forward 3 years later, it was 2010, and I was sitting in my car crying because I was so completely burnt out. And when I should have been celebrating that $1 million revenue, I was actually considering hanging up the for sale sign and saying, I can't keep going. I was working 80+ hour weeks, and I was just completely fried, brain fog, fatigue, exhaustion to like the 10th degree. And I really was so frustrated because as a problem solver, I didn't know what I was doing wrong. And what I needed was an outside perspective, someone to come in and show me what was going on. So I met with a coach in 2010 once. Why I didn't work with him, I don't know. Maybe it was stubbornness. Maybe it was my ego. Maybe I thought I could figure it out myself. I have no idea. But after that meeting, something just kind of triggered in my brain based upon what advice he gave me. And I spent the next 2 years, it took me 2 whole years of more frustration, more burnout, in order to implement those 4 core pillars into my business. But once I did, I was able to leave my business for 30 days straight. We jumped in the RV, came down here to sunny South Florida, and upon my return, the business had not fallen apart. And I said to myself, I'm on to something. I went on to more than triple my business revenue, 4x my personal paycheck, and reduce my hours from 80 to just 16. One of the key things that I did during those 2 whole long years was my neighboring franchise owner got myself, her, and another owner together, and we started meeting quarterly. These quarterly planning meetings were so eye-opening for me for so many reasons. And that is exactly what I am doing tomorrow, Thursday, June 26th at 12 p.m. Eastern, and you're invited to join me. Comment profit below if you'd like the link to sign up. It's also in the description of this live video. But here's what's so interesting. So first of all, prior to these meetings back in 2012, I had always worked in 90-day increments, right? So every quarter I had something, but it was all in my head. I remember when I worked in fundraising, my development manager would say, Salyn, what's your fundraising plan? And I'd be like, it's all up here. And even though I was super driven and ambitious, I always figured it out and got it done. But it would have gone a lot smoother if I had written it down. And so when we started meeting quarterly, not only was it accountability, because I was saying to these other 2 women, this is what I'm going to work on over the next 90 days. And then 90 days later, they were going to ask me, did you do what you said you were going to do? So accountability. But number 2, it was great to be able to get an outside perspective on the things that I wanted to accomplish in my business from other women, right? So we were in a franchise system, so we all had the same business, but we all ran our business differently, right? That was the benefit of having a franchise. You got the business model, but you could do with it what you wanted. And so at these quarterly meetings, and what we'll do tomorrow, is the first thing we do is I want you to define what is your epic dream lifestyle. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think to yourself, if I could live my best epic life, what would that look like, right? And tomorrow we're going to go through a 5-step process where I'm going to help you turn that dream into reality by mapping out your Q3. Now, Q3 starts next Tuesday. So if you don't have a plan for Q3 yet, or if you've never done quarterly planning, or if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so behind the 8 ball and I haven't even started yet or thinking about this, what would I even do? Quarterly planning, that's a whole new thing to me. Then I would invite you to join me tomorrow, because during this workshop, we're going to go through the key elements that are needed in order for you to plan out your entire Q3. And you're going to leave the workshop knowing what you should be working on daily, weekly, monthly, and for the quarter. When you have a plan like this, it allows you to make decisions quicker because you have clarity. It allows you to stay more organized because you know exactly what you agreed to focus on for the quarter. And finally, it allows you to really have a bigger picture look at your business, because we're not just like working on today and what I have to get done and my to-do list. Is you're saying, what would I like to accomplish over the next 90 days? And so many of the women that I work with are just so focused on today and their to-do list that they don't even think about, come September 30th, what would I like to say that I accomplished, right? So these things are so critical in business. So we're going to start tomorrow right at the beginning, and it's going to be all about what the heck do you want your life to look and feel like. And I have a fabulous Alice in Wonderland quote in order to get us started. Now, here's why this quarter is so important. I see so many women in business in Q3 that are constantly juggling. Do I spend time with my family during the summer and vacations and all of that and back down on my business? Or do I give up that precious time with my family and friends and stay focused on my business? I'm here to tell you, you can have both, but it requires a plan. And if you don't have a plan and a system, then you're going to probably struggle. You're constantly every day going to face guilt, because it's either going to be guilt for not working or guilt for working, right? And that's a crappy way to live. And so if you're someone who's like, I would love to work 2 hours a day during the summer months, my business will still grow, but I can also enjoy maybe like your afternoons, right, with your kids. I was just talking to someone who said, her daughter gets out of camp at noon, and then they go have lunch on the beach, and they stay there all afternoon, and they have dinner, and they hang out, and they have the best time ever. She's able to do that because she has the plan and the infrastructure in her business to be able to do that. And it all starts with having a plan for the quarter. Q3 is huge. Why? Because it is the quarter before the last quarter of the year, which is where most business owners make most of their money, right? And so if Q4 is your big quarter to close out the year due to the holidays and shopping and all of those different kinds of things and year end, you cannot ease up in Q3 without a plan. You need to have Q3 dialed in, so when the kids go back to school and life gets back on track in September, that you have a plan in order to crush year end. And that's exactly what we're going to work on tomorrow. I don't want you to be one of those women that thinks freedom is sitting at the pool with her laptop. That is not freedom, because you're not present in either place. You're not giving your business the time and focus that it needs, and you're not giving the people that you're at the pool with the time and focus that they deserve. I want you to be able to leave your laptop home and be able to run your business from your home office and be able to put the laptop there and not have to bring it with you. So tomorrow we are going to go through this five-step framework that is going to allow you to have the most amazing Q3 you've ever had in business. So if you're someone that's like, okay, I don't have a plan at all, I've never planned at all, and I'm really looking to continue to grow my business, but also enjoy my summer months, then tomorrow, Thursday, June 26th at 12 p.m. Eastern, I invite you to join us, and we're going to sit down for 3 hours. If you can't attend the whole thing, that's okay. There is a replay, we're going to sit down for 3 hours and I'm going to bring you through that 5-step framework that is going to free you from tagging your laptop, from bringing your laptop along with you through the summer fun that you deserve. So comment profit. I will put the link. Otherwise, you can get the link in the description. But I cannot wait to see you there. The women that show up tomorrow are the ones that truly, truly, truly want a business that serves their dream lifestyle, and they're willing to put in the time and energy and the investment. It's a paid workshop, but it's very low price, $77, in order to get the results that you want. This 5-step framework is the one that truly changed how my business ran, and I want the same for you. So tomorrow it'll be live coaching, live feedback, ask your questions. I will see you there. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to comment them below, comment profit for the link, or sign up. It's also always on my page. And if you need anything in the meantime, feel free to DM me. I gotta run. I am putting the last finishing touches on the workshop for tomorrow, and I will see you all there.